52 to 42%. That's still a very wide margin, but it's smaller than some of these other 20-point leads that we have seen. So Secretary Clinton still making a very serious play for this state, even as she visits Flint, Michigan today. Chris?
Thank you, Kristen. And joining me now is Nina Turner, who is a former state senator from Ohio and a Bernie Sanders supporter. Good to see you again. Hi,
Thanks,
good
Chris.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So you saw that new Monmouth University poll. It was more than 20 points in some polls just over the last 3 weeks or so, more than 30-point advantage for Bernie Sanders. Now it's down to 10 in this poll. What do you see how do you see what's going on right now?
Well, we know that polls are a snapshot in time, and each candidate, when they're up, they're happy. When they're down, they're not. The bottom line is this, is that Senator Sanders' message is resonating with the people of this country, and the more that folks get to know him and what he is standing for, increasing the minimum wage, universal health care, affordable college for all, even if it means that colleges and universities are tuition free so that every child in this country can grow up to know that they can live out their greatest greatness and go to college. So what he is talking about, what he is standing for, you know, the ratification of the ERA, it is resonating with people.
Well, there's one poll out that says that she is 30 points more likely to change Washington when minority voters are asked. Can he win without stepping up his game and without attracting more of a minority vote?
Well, he's stepping up his game, Chris. I mean, let us not forget, Senator Sanders is a senator from Vermont. That state demographically is not very diverse. He doesn't control the demographics, but he has been a strong public servant, from being a mayor to being a member of the House of Representatives, now in the Senate. And now he's traveling the country so that his message is heard, and so that Democrats, and then once we get to the general, America will know that they have a choice. He wants to earn every single African-American vote, every single Hispanic vote, the votes of other people of color. He does not feel like he owns the African-American vote, and that is something to me as an African-American that is very troubling, that folks already are deciding where African-Americans are going to go. Our votes need to be earned just like any other ethnic group, and Senator Sanders understands that very clearly, that he has to earn each and every vote, and that is what he is doing.
Another big question that keeps getting asked is about his foreign policy experience. And in dueling interviews this morning, the senator and Secretary Clinton both discussed that. Here's what Secretary Clinton had to say.
There really isn't any kind of foreign policy network that is supporting and advising Senator Sanders. I'll let him speak for himself. I think that what's important is this job requires you to be ready on all aspects of it on the first day. And we know we got a particularly complex world right now, and the president's not going to have the time.
And as you know, I'm sure Madeleine Albright said that Bernie Sanders doesn't have the foreign policy chops to run the country. What's your reaction?
Well, Chris, it's nonsense. Very few presidents have had the opportunity to be Secretary of State before they run for president. President Bill Clinton was not Secretary of State before he ran for president. President Obama was not Secretary of State before he ran for president. But he did select Senator Clinton, now Secretary Clinton, for that job. Senator Sanders understands what is necessary to fight abroad. He will protect this country from all enemies, both foreign and domestic. He has over 32 years worth of experience in terms of being in elected office. He has that heart-soul agreement, and he does understand this, as a mother told me, in terms of why she supports Senator Sanders, that her son is about to sign up to go to the military, and she doesn't want folks who have a cavalier attitude about sending folks off to war. So it is very disingenuous for anybody to talk about Senator Sanders and his so-called lack of foreign policy experience. He did say ISIS is the biggest threat during the debate, and if that's what he believes, that is so. He is strong on those issues. He will continue to grow on those issues, but very few presidential candidates, again, let me say, have had that kind of experience before running for president, but that does not make them any less of a good candidate. Senator Sanders is strong. He will protect this country.
Former state senator from Ohio, Nina Turner, clearly feeling the burn, very passionately talking about her candidate. Thanks for coming on. Good to see you.
You too, Chris.